Band. All of the pieces you see here were created by local artists as part of Banned Books Week, an annual nationwide celebration of the freedom to read. The library asks local artists to create works of art inspired by any book that has been banned or challenged at a school or library. Collect each year's art and learn more about challenges to your freedom to read at the Friends of Chapel Hill Public Library bookstore. Charlotte's Web. Reason for banning? Challenged in Kansas because talking animals were deemed blasphemous and unnatural. Passages about the spider dying were also criticized as inappropriate subject matter for a children's book. Their eyes were watching God. Objections to the 1937 novel by Zora Neale Hurston center on language, but not profanity. The criticism is that characters' phonemic dialect is taken by some to be a mocking of how English is spoken among the Black community. Artist Brian Maubrey. And let me just go back to this one. The artist is Clay Carmichael. And if you notice, the web says free to read. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. The book is by Maya Angelou. The artist is Jolmar Miller. One of the most frequently challenged books of the late 20th century, it is also considered a modern classic. It has been removed from the school curriculum because it encourages lesbianism, deviant behavior, and violence. Frequent challenges to this book were on one of the inspirations behind the advent of Banned Books Week. Lolita. Author Vladimir Nabokov. Reason for banning? Lolita has been banned in France, Argentina, New Zealand, England, South Africa, and in the United States and around the world because it portrays pedophiles. Artist Kristen Pearson. The Awakening. The Awakening by author Kate Chopin, and the artist is Heather Jolly Smith. The reason for this banning is upon its publication, Chopin's novel exploring female sexuality and self-fulfillment was almost universally condemned as morbid, vulgar, disagreeable, and scandalous. Now hailed as a feminist classic, it still faces challenges to its content and cover art. The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. The reason for its banning, as recently as 2012, it has been challenged because of sex scenes, profanity, and age appropriateness. It's even been called pornography. The artist is Jolmar Miller. Sophie's Choice. Author William Styron. The reason for its banning, this National Book Award winner was censored in the Soviet Union and Poland. Its unflinching portrait of Polish anti-Semitism led to challenges. It was pulled and subsequently restored to shelves at U.S. high schools after complaints about sexual content. The artist is Amy Trojanowski. The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. Artist Heather Jolly Smith. Winner of the Arthur C. Clarke Award, a Nebula Award, and nominated for the Booker Prize. This dystopian work has been challenged in North Carolina as recently as 2017 for being sexually explicit, violently graphic, and morally corrupt. As I Lay Dying, author William Faulkner, artist Linnea Leith. A Kentucky high school removed the Nobel Prize winning author's book in 1986 because of offensive and obscene passages referring to abortion and taking God's name in vain. Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. Artist Colleen Barkley. Removed from a classroom in Miller, Missouri in 1980 because it made promiscuous sex look like fun, and challenged frequently throughout the U.S. because it is centered around negative activity. The characters who show contempt for religion, marriage, and the family. A Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess. Artist Mike Benson. The reason for this banning is in 1973, a bookseller in Orem, Utah was arrested for selling the novel. Charges were later dropped, but the bookseller was forced to close the store and relocate to another city, removed from U.S. high schools due to objectionable language. The Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne. Artist Heather Jolly Smith. The reason for the banning: the Russian Tsar cited moral grounds for banning the book in 1850. As recently as 1977, a school principal in Michigan removed the book from a required list because he felt that a clergyman's involvement in fornication was inappropriate. Where the Wild Things Are by Maurice Sendak. Artist Lizzie Coleman. Reason for banning: with themes of rebellion, fear, punishment, and escape, Wild Things has been challenged many times in schools and libraries. Other reasons cited are witchcraft and supernatural elements.